This video is about solving literal inequalities. So solving a literal inequality is just like solving a literal equation. We're going to solve for the requested variable, and the only difference with the inequalities from the inequalities we've done the other 2 days is that we're not going to graph these. So in number one, we have solve for x. So right now we have x minus y is greater than z. So to get x by itself, we need to move this y, and because it was subtracted, we're going to add y to both sides. So we get x is greater than, remember that z and y don't combine, so we're just going to write them next to each other. So x is greater than z plus y. Number two, solve for g. So right now we have g over h is less than or equal to k. So we're going to multiply both sides by h in order to get g by itself. So we have g is less than or equal to kh. Number three, solve for m. So we have mp plus n is less than q. So in order to solve for m, first we need to get rid of that n. So we're going to subtract n from both sides. mp is less than q minus n. And then we're going to divide both sides by p. So on the right side, we're going to just leave it as a fraction then. So we have q minus n over p. Number four, solve for w. So first we're going to add 2x to both sides. Notice that 7x and 2x are like terms, so they can combine together. So we get 3wy is greater than or equal to 9x. Then in order to get w by itself, we're going to divide by 3y on both sides. Our numbers can reduce, so we get w is greater than or equal to 3x over y, because I'm able to divide these two numbers together. Number five, solve for v. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply both sides by w, and we get 5v is less than or equal to negative 15zw. Then in order to get v by itself, we're going to divide by 5. Now, negative 15 and 5 are able to reduce, so we get v is less than or equal to 3zw. Number six, solve for y, so we're going to subtract 3m from both sides. 3m and 9m are like terms, so those can combine together, so we get y is greater than 6m minus 11. In 7, 8, and 9, we're going to work on solving for y. So in number 7, in order to solve for y, I have 5y is less than 7x minus 15. So I'm going to divide everything by 5 here. And if it can reduce, I'm going to reduce it. If it can't, I'm going to leave as a fraction. So I have y is less than 7 over 5x minus 3. Number 8, I'm going to add 11 to both sides. So I get y is greater than or equal to 4x plus 11. In number 9, I'm going to do both steps. So first I need to move the x to the other side. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. And I get 6y is less than or equal to negative 3x plus 12. I'm going to divide everything by 6. So I get y is less than or equal to negative 1/2 x plus 2. We're going to add one more example to these notes. So we're going to have 10. Problem 10, we're going to say 2x minus 4y is greater than 20. So in order to solve for y, the first thing we're going to do again is we're going to subtract 2x from both sides. Remember that 20 and negative 2x don't combine, so we get negative 4y is greater than negative 2x plus 20. In order to get y by itself, we're going to divide both sides by negative 4. Remember, when you divide or multiply by a negative number, we have to flip our inequality sign. So now we have y is less than 1/2 x minus 5.